Well, the brutal Taliban-style killing of a young couple in Rohtak in Haryana on Wednesday has only highlighted the frequent brutal killings like these that take place in the name of honour in the state. For nearly 24 hours after that, not a single politician condemned what had happened. NDTV revisited the village to understand this conspiracy of silence and found it's not just politicians but an entire village that speaks in one voice.
A heavy police presence to prevent any backlash between the families of the young man and woman brutally killed by the girl's parents. Their crime? They dared to fall in love despite belonging to the same clan and the same village. 2 days after the killings, there is silence. The police presence unnecessary in a village where each family believes that Dharmender and Nidhi deserve this end. Nidhi was from a wealthy family with large tracts of land which also runs a dog breeding business. Her father was also the unofficial negotiator in the village, but despite trying to negotiate with his daughter for the last many years, he failed.
कोई नहीं पूछता इस हरियाणा में भी और समाज में ये जो इसे गांव से इनमें कोई नहीं पूछता लोगों को.
Dharmender's family, that is into farming, did not file a police complaint. His elder brother is backing the murders.
क्या कानून किसी भी किताब में लिखा भाई बहन से शादी कर सकते हैं? लिखा है? नहीं लिखा.
In every corner of the village, the murders are being talked about, but not one person feels any wrong has been done.
मेरी बेटी दूसरे तो काका के लड़के तो प्यार करेगी तो मेरी बेटी ने भी तो मार दो.
There are about 10,000 people who live in the Karnavati village, which is just about 80 kilometers from the capital in Haryana. They say over the last couple of generations, things are changing and the gap between men and women has decreased, and now they even celebrate the birth of a young girl. But the idea of honor killings is still very much prevalent and very much justified here.
गेहूं साफ करते हैं अनाज खाने के लिए, उसमें कुछ बुराइयां हैं, तिनके हैं और कुछ रोगला दाना कुछ वो निकाल के फेंकते हैं ना. तो ये समाज में हमारे ये रोगले होते हैं, बीमार किस्म के आदमी होते हैं जो ऐसा स्टेप उठाते हैं, इसलिए इनको उखाड़ फेंकना अच्छा है.
With Kashish in Rohtak, Anusya Mathur for NDTV.
I spoke earlier this afternoon to Deepender Hooda, who is the young Lok Sabha MP from Rohtak. Deepender, there's been such a horrific, barbaric killing that has taken place in your state and in your constituency, your backyard. Will you at least first strongly condemn this as the representative from there?
Absolutely. I think it's a heinous crime and needs to be condemned in the strongest possible words. Totally condemn this, and all the criminals who've who've done this crime, I'm sure will be punished through the course of law.
But Deepender, why haven't you been able to, or the political class been able to stop this barbaric medieval practice of honour killings as they are known in these areas? Is there a complete lack of political will to take on this issue?
See, I think, if you look at this particular incident, there is no insinuation by anyone beyond the immediate family of the girl and the boy. So I think that's from the media reports, what I've learned from the media reports and also from the ground. It seems that it was prima facie. It looks like the immediate family was the one which committed this heinous crime, and I feel that there is this is a crime against humanity, and I condemn it in the strongest possible words. But at the same time, I don't want any media channel to implicate anybody beyond what's there, because I think that's not correct. So I think we should not implicate anybody else. Whoever committed this crime should be punished through the course of law, and nobody should be spared. Anybody who's either committed the crime or have abetted in such a crime should absolutely be punished. But I think beyond that, I disagree with the generalization that you have made.
But, you know, Deepinder, women's groups have been demanding for some time a special law to deal with honor killings, which they've reiterated again. Now, why do you feel that shouldn't be done? Because the Supreme Court has also intervened on this matter and has observed that so-called honor killers should actually face the death penalty. Do you really believe the current law is sufficient enough to deal with honor killings?
Because, you know, I think see, this is a murder. This is a murder. This is a cold-blooded murder, and our constitution already provides for the death penalty and the strictest possible other penal measures to deal with circumstances which are which are related to murder, cold-blooded murder, and so forth. So I think there is enough provision in our law, and I mean, so that's what I'll say to that. I think there is already enough existing provisions in our law to ensure that justice prevails and all the guilty are punished and no one gets spared.
But Deepinder, is that really enough? Because these honor killings happen rampantly in this country, particularly in the state of Haryana. Why not have a special law to deal with that?
No, I think, see, that's again a generalization which I don't agree with. I think any killing, any murder is equally, condemnable. And any murder, any heinous crime, perpetrators of any heinous crimes are criminals in equal measure, and they need to be punished and given the strictest possible punish which is permissible under our constitution. So I think in that sense, it will, I don't know how it will help if we start classifying murder. I think murder is a murder. It's as bad a crime as any human being can, commit, and anybody who's conducted such a crime needs to be punished through the strictest possible measures available within the scope of our constitution.
But I also come back to the question of lack of political will, because here you're a young educated politician, you're supposed to be forward looking. Why are you unable to change this? Why are you unable to take a stand on something as horrifying as this?
No, see, if let me tell you this. If anybody else, apart from the names that have come out, the names of the immediate family, if anybody else has abetted this crime, they become, criminals by the way of abetment too. But, that's something that has not come out. So I don't think you should also implicate in your assessment unless you have certain proof that anybody else is.
But I'm not just talking about this case, Deepinder. I'm talking about previous cases of honor killings that have taken place rampantly in Haryana.
And in those previous cases, I have condemned if anybody else has, abetted any particular crime, I have condemned their role. And if there are individuals related to certain organizations which have, put pressure on families, I have condemned that, and I condemn that even today. I condemn it even today if somebody, connected with a certain organization, be it a certain panchayat or something else, creates unconstitutional pressure on certain people that leads them to commit a certain crime. I totally condemn it, and that should those individuals have been brought to book. We have seen that in certain cases that certain individuals like that have been sentenced by the court as well. But at the same time, we should not look at certain individuals and say that entire a certain kind of organizations are wrong, because I know personally that within the Khap panchayats there are a lot of good people also, and you cannot just generalize. I think that would be just coming to a wrong conclusion.
All right, well, Deepender Hooda, thank you very much for talking to us.